Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode number 3 of Transfer Talk Weekly. This week there have been some pretty big names and fees thrown around in not only the rumor section, but also confirmed deals. Today, as per usual, we are going to start with confirmed deals, as there are 11 done deals that I have to talk about. Without any further ado, let's get into the transfers, and we're going to start with a few free agent signings, and we'll start with free agent goalkeeper Sergio Romero, who's going to Manchester United. Romero, formerly of Sampdoria, a club in Italy, will likely be the replacement for Victor Valdez, who looks like he could be on his way out. That does mean that Romero will most certainly be the backup for David De Gea, who does look set to stay at Manchester United, at least for the upcoming season. Ibrahim Afellay, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, is joining Stoke City. The free agent signing, he's a sort of former wonder kid at Barcelona. He had a lot of potential. However, injuries and not getting a lot of playing time has sort of derailed his career, and Afellay will probably just be a squad rotation player at Stoke, as Marko Arnautovic still looks to be the starting left winger. And the last free agent signing is quite a big name, and it is Didier Drogba, who's going to be part of the Montreal Impact of the MLS. And Drogba, who played at Chelsea this past season, he's a fraction of the player he used to be, and he's looking a lot slower, not as clinical. Obviously, that happens when you get up there in age. He might be able to do well in MLS, sort of like Thierry Henry had, and other Robbie Keane had. Sort of the older strikers who are past their prime, but they do well in MLS. Now we're going to move on to some loan signings, and we're going to start with Wojciech Szczesny, who's joining AS Roma on a one-year loan deal. He's the out-of-favor goalkeeper for Arsenal right now, and he should be splitting first-team time with Morgan De Sanctis this year. Obviously, he's not going to get time at Arsenal due to David Ospina and Petr Cech both being ahead of him in the rotation. Mario Gomez will be joining Besiktas on a one-year loan from Fiorentina. The former German international has not had the best of time since leaving Bayern Munich for Italy, and he's hoping to rekindle his form at Besiktas. Mohamed Salah will once again be loaned out to an Italian side, but this time he's going to AS Roma. And the young Chelsea winger will probably never play for the Blues again, as Roma do have a £14.3 million pound option to buy him at the end of the loan, which they probably will pick up. If they don't, then Salah will probably be loaned out again next year, but I do expect AS Roma to pick up his option. And now on to another Premier League player going to an Italian side on loan, and that is Stefan Jovetic, who's joining Inter Milan on a 2-year loan deal from Manchester City. He might also never play for City again, as Inter do have an £8.5 million option for a permanent move at the end of his loan. There have been multiple reports, some saying that it's done, it's like at $10 million right now, and then some saying it's 8.5 after in 2 years. So some are saying it's a loan, some are saying it's an automatic permanent. I'm not sure what it is, but the first report I read was that it's a 2-year loan with a permanent option. Chancel Mbemba will be leaving Anderlecht for Newcastle United for £8.5 million. The 20-year-old defender is the third player to join Newcastle this summer in what looks to be like a major rebuilding effort, and he's the second from Anderlecht following striker Alexander Mitrovic. Jordan Ayew is leaving FC Lorient and joining Aston Villa for $9 million. Many people think that he's going to be the replacement for Christian Benteke, despite the rumors that Aston Villa are targeting Adebayor and Berbatov. But Ayew, he had one season at Lorient. I'm not sure how well he did, but he did move from Marseille the year before. Felipe Luis is heading back to Atletico Madrid after one season with Chelsea. He's heading back to the Vicente Calderon for £11 million, $4 million less than he joined Chelsea for last summer, and he was one of the best left backs when he was at Atletico Madrid, and I hope that he can do well again. And lastly, and one of the biggest transfers of the summer, Arturo Vidal is leaving the Italian giant Juventus to join the German giant Bayern Munich. This is great business by Bayern, as Vidal is likely the replacement for Bastian Schweinsteiger. And in my opinion, Vidal is better, and he's also a bit younger, so I think it's a good piece of business for Bayern. And just to leave for around £26 million, I think is fantastic work. So now let's get into the transfer rumors. Some of the rumors are more concrete, as some teams have bid for players. Others are just speculation. And we're going to start with Sergio Busquets. This one I think is just speculation, but apparently Arsenal boss Arsene Wenger is very interested in the Barcelona CDM, and Arsenal are considering a move of around £26 million. However, Busquets has said that he wants to spend his entire career at Barcelona, and him only being 25 means that he is really committed at Barcelona. He wants to stay there maybe 10 more years. I think he's 25. He's around the age of 25, and that means he could be there for like 8 to 10 more years. Tottenham have made a £15 million bid for West Brom striker Saido Berahino. With the possibilities of Soldado and Adebayor leaving, they are looking for Berahino to possibly be the strike partner for Harry Kane. And Liverpool have also made a £15 million bid, but theirs is for Real Madrid winger Denis Cheryshev. And Cheryshev, who was loaned out this past year at Villarreal, likely won't get a lot of playing time, as both Cristiano Ronaldo and Jesse Rodriguez are ahead of him at like the left wing position. Tottenham have also been considering a move for Borussia Dortmund CDM Sven Bender, with both Benjamin Stambouli and Etienne Capoue leaving. Tottenham need more cover at the CDM, as right now they just have Bentaleb and Ryan Mason. And so I think Bender, who's been linked with a move away from Dortmund for a long time, it would be a good move for him and for Tottenham. Chelsea have made a bid of $17.6 million for Augsburg left-back Abdul Rahman Baba. And also, from the same source, they're saying that the bid has been accepted. However, there have been no personal talks yet. PSG have offered Manchester United around £40 million for out-of-favor winger Angel Di Maria. Just after one season, after joining United for the British transfer record, Di Maria looks set to leave Old Trafford, and PSG midfielder Javier Pastore has said that Di Maria wants to join PSG. This one's looking all but done. All they need is just sign a few paperwork. Some people are saying he's having a medical soon. Others are just saying that the bid has been made. And lastly, what's a huge transfer rumor? Apparently, Manchester United and PSG have been linked with Cristiano Ronaldo. Ronaldo has apparently had multiple training ground bust-ups with the new manager Rafa Benitez, and however, that has actually put United and PSG on high alert. However, United haven't switched off after learning that he will cost more than £80 million. Well, on the other hand, PSG have apparently made a bid of £85 million, but it has been rejected by Real Madrid. What this will probably lead to is that teams are probably going to bid, but I don't think Real Madrid are going to want to let him go, despite all the interest. And that is it for Transfer Talk Weekly. And once again, if I have missed any rumors, let me know down in the comment section. Leave this video a like. If you haven't already, subscribe. Thank you guys for listening, and I will see you guys next week.